going to try this again because my friend is telling me that it's not working, so I want to make sure it's working and that I'm not just babbling on to no one. So I went to go pop popcorn and it completely burnt in my microwave. And it smells so bad in my house. This struggle, like all I wanted to do was pop some popcorn and this is what I get. I'm gonna go over here real quick so I can shut the door. Sorry. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm watching The Middle right now. It's my favorite show. It's so funny. Dun, dun, dun. Literally nothing. Are you kidding me? It says that it says someone's watching, but I don't think someone is. Because no, hey, it showed that, and then it showed someone disappear. Is there someone out there? If it's like, give me a sign if you're out there. Write me a message or something. Let me know you're here, because I don't know whether this is working or not. I can't really whistle, but I'll try. Never give up. Like I said, my house smells like burnt popcorn because I went and I tried to pop popcorn. And this is what happens in my life. I burn everything. Ew, it's so dark. What the heck? This is what I eat like as a snack. And I hate dark chocolate so much. Like I used to like it, but now it's like so bitter for me. I usually just like it with peanut butter in it, so I'm kind of confused. When did it become dark chocolate? Dark chocolate, peanut, and almond. What is this? What is this? Struggle. It shows that one person's watching. If you are watching, let me know, because I am beyond the word confused. I'm still learning how to use this because like I just wanted to see if this worked, and it worked one time really well. I got to meet some really cool people, and I had it to where like I was talking to about like 14 people at one time. But now I'm trying to figure out how I did that because it hasn't been working the last few times. Which doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It smells like burnt popcorn. Ugh. Why? Why am I cursed with such burning powers? Like, I'm like Elsa, but like I burn things and said, let it burn. Like, see if it's working. My mama don't like you and she likes everyone. How do I? Because it shows on my screen that it's working, but apparently it's not. Ugh, why? In the cross. Oh, it's working. Well, it's showing me that, like, someone's watching, and it keeps going on and off and on and off. It'll go that one view and then 0. So I don't know whether it's not working, if you can't see me, if you can't hear me, or if it's just in general not working. Because otherwise I've been just talking for 5 minutes about nothing with nobody. So back to the last video, I was going to talk about all the different sports things I've been involved in, you know? So it all started in kindergarten with soccer, and I was the kid that would chase the kids chasing the ball because I didn't know how to play soccer. I didn't really care at the time, and I was a bench warmer. I'd be like, the coach would put me in, and like the minute he put me in, I'd be like, Coach, can I go sit out because I didn't know how to play. And like my dad would always like say, if you score a goal, I'll take you to Chuck E. Cheese. And so every time I'd lie, be all like, oh, I scored a goal, yeah. And you know that music, it goes dun 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 dun. Well, every time I had the ball in front of me and I went to go kick it, I had that theme song in my head, and I'd make the motion of someone kicking going really slow. And by the time I go to kick it, the ball's gone because I've done slow motion. I was a weird child. I am a weird child. I'm still a child. What am I talking about? And then from soccer, I went to gymnastics. That lasted about a good 2-3 months. I never learned how to do the splits. I never learned how to do a cartwheel. The only gymnastic kind of flexible thing I can do, I can do a somersault backwards, forwards, pretty much it. But like we'd get in line, and this is like 2nd grade maybe, and we'd get in line, and then when it would be my turn to go walk on the balance beam or do some weird trick, I would run to the back of the line because I didn't want to. And I don't know, that was a good waste of 2 months, honestly. It was so bad. Like, and then they had those, like, I don't know what they're called, but like you grab them and you like flip over them. I used to do them all the time on my like elementary school playground, and they had those there, and we'd put chalk on our hands, and I'd just be over in the chalk like bucket, just like putting chalk all over myself and throwing it. And yeah, so I didn't do gymnastics for a while. And then I went into swimming. I'm a really good swimmer. I can hold my breath for a while. I was in this like elite group of swimmers. It was called Dolphins, and we'd like learn how to do the dolphin, and we learned how to dive and jump off a diving board, and we would race, and I used to love that. And it was really fun at the time. And so I don't know why I quit that. I think I just got bored. And then 4th grade came along, and then I got into volleyball. And I'm pretty good. I have a strong arm. So I'm really good at like serving it and like bumping it and like kind of stuff. Yeah. I don't know why I quit that either. I think I just kind of got like tired of it after a while. A lot of drama, I guess. And then that same year, I started basketball. And I suck at basketball. Like, yeah, I sucked as much as I did with soccer. Like, it was so bad. I don't know any of the positions. All I remember is I sprained my finger a couple times. My friend broke her arm. Like, we were just playing sharks and minnows, too. It wasn't like, basketball practice. We were just running back and forth across the gym. So basketball didn't go well. And then I finally found my sport. Softball. I'm really good at softball. I can play every position but pitcher because I'm scared of getting hit in the face because I've almost hit the pitcher in the face before, and I would just like, I hate to be in their shoes. Plus, a lot of pressure is on them, like always having to pitch it the right way, and not about that life. But like, if I had to pick like my favorite position, I think it would be like third, because that's when like people are wanting to steal the most, because they're wanting to go home. They're going to try to steal when the ball goes behind the catcher or it's thrown out of bounds. And so I really liked playing that. I played first base. That was pretty fun, because that's where all the action goes and everyone's trying to slide. And yeah. One time I thought I'd be smart, and we were always told to wear like softball pants to practice, and I was like, it's like 80 degrees. I am not wearing pants to practice. So I wore shorts instead. Well, I realized that day why we wore pants. I was running, we were scrimmaging on our team, and I thought I'd be really cool, to go sliding in shorts. So I'm around third, and the ball is out of bounds, so I'm going to go steal. So I'm running and running, and instead of just like stepping over the plate because it's practice, I was like, okay, I'm going to slide in. I'm going to slide it into home. So I did, and I tore a big chunk of my leg out. And it was so nasty and gross, and to the point where I could see yellow in my leg. Like, it was disgusting. And did you want to know something really gross? Like, whenever I put like jeans on, my skin would try to grow to my jeans, if that makes any sense. It was disgusting. And it was like before promotion at my school, which is when the 8th graders get like a little certificate for graduating middle school, and like all the 8th graders dress up. So I was wearing a dress, and I'm like, there's this nasty cut on my leg. Oh, and plus, right after I got that chunk of leg out, I was having to play catcher, so I had to put on like catcher's gear over my leg, which was awful. It was, and like there's only 2 catchers on our team, so it was really bad. That's pretty much it. I don't know why I just wanted to tell you guys about my sports that I've participated in. What else should we talk about? Okay, let's talk about like activities I like to do. So, most of the time, on a regular basis, if you catch me in my natural habitat, I would be on my phone, on YouTube all day watching people play video games, people being weird. I watch BuzzFeed a lot, Wasabi Productions, Miranda Sings, like all those people. So most of the time I'd be watching that. If I'm not, then I'm playing Roblox, which is a computer game, or Yoville, which is on Facebook, and I'm like, or it's Yo World now, and it's really fun. It's the same thing pretty much. But yeah, what were they talking about? Oh yeah, and when I'm not inside and I'm not at school and I'm not working, I like to do outdoorsy kind of stuff. I like to go camping. I like to go fishing and crabbing and clamming and going to the beach. I like to drive, like, for the most part. Like, I like to drive, like, into the country roads. I don't like driving in the city. What else do I like to do? My favorite kind of fishing is bottom fishing. So my dad will take us on his boat and we'll go into the ocean and we'll go along the shallow ends. And you take your fishing pole and you just bob it up and down until you get a bite. and it's pretty fun. Like it's time consuming, but the fish are really good. Another thing we like to do is halibut fishing. That's fun. I can't really reel them up because they're so heavy, so my dad usually has to do it for me. I like to crab. That's basically we just throw crab pots into the ocean and pick them up, throw the crab in, and clamming is fun. A lot of people like to use like shovels and I don't know what they're called, like clamming guns. Like they look really weird, but we don't use anything but our feet. So like we go to this place and all you have to do is literally like walk and you can feel the clams underneath your feet. And it's the weirdest but coolest thing ever. Like, I bring the whole family. Even my dog loves it because there's so much mud and stuff. Yeah, it's like a family thing we do. What else did I talk about? I like to play softball. I like to go to the park with my dog and just kind of throw the ball to her. Yeah. Otherwise, I like to take selfies all the time. I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, you know. I know I'm not the only one. 'Cause compass. I don't know why I'm live streaming. I just kind of wanted to do something different. I just was bored. Okay. What else could we talk about? Wait. Um, it still smells like burnt popcorn in my house. It's compass is here. Yes, compass. Compass is here. We'll go over the favorites, like favorite stuff. My favorite color is aqua. It's not blue. It's not teal. It's, aqua. Just aqua. And people are like, aren't aqua and teal the same thing? No, it's completely different. Teal is more of a green, and aqua is more of a blue. And people are like, really? It's like, yes! It's my favorite color. If not that, then it's like a magenta. Why does it smell like burnt popcorn? Because I was trying to make popcorn, and it was like a little bag, and I kind of put it in the microwave and left, and it completely burnt. So I can smell it all the way from my room, and it's like the kitchen's down the hall, so it's like nasty. Um, what else? My favorite animal is a lion because they are the leader, and I'm a leader, and they are the king of the jungle. And honey, I'm a queen, so you should become a chef. I should be. I should be on Hell's Kitchen. I should. No, I'm not about that life. Peel the avocado. Have you guys watched that? Well, I mean, I'm talking to Mariah, but like anyone who watches this later, I have been like singing the avocado song all day in my head. Form the avocado, form the avocado. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go search up the avocado song and it will show up. And it's the most annoying thing in the world, but it's funny. they have just the avocado version, and then they also have one where the lady that's singing goes through like all these different vegetables and fruit, and I would recommend that one because some of them are really funny, like the motion she does. Favorite book? Message in a Bottle, or anything Nicholas Sparks related. I have a whole collection of just Nicholas Sparks. Oh wait, The Choice was a good one of Nicholas Sparks. That one was a good one. I really like it. It came in a movie, and I was really surprised that they turned it into a movie. But as usual, like the book is way better than the film. So that's what I also thought of Message in a Bottle. I felt like they could have done it better. Favorite movie? I don't have a favorite movie, but I like anything with Zac Efron in it. Why did you die of laughter? Which videos are you talking about? Are you talking about like the ones where I'm cooking with like my cousin, or just other videos in general? My foot's asleep and I'm not okay with that. There's two people watching. Let's see. Favorite food? Well, my favorite kind of food is like Italian food, like with pastas and just different stuff like that. Like, my grandma likes to make Italian food a lot. I like gnocchi. I like fettuccine. The one with you and Larissa in the car. You want to know something about that video of us in the car? I don't. Well, in the video, I say something like, "I feel like a mass murder is gonna come at me," and then right as I shut that video off, this guy in a mask comes up to the car and starts shaking the car and scaring us. Larissa, my friend, is like hiding underneath, like, what was it? Would it be like behind? I don't know. So she's in the back seat, so she's kind of hiding like the little area where like you put your feet at, and like I'm in the front seat, like screaming like crazy, and the mass murderer was the guy, was my sister's friend's dad, who owns a lot of masks, and they take Halloween serious. Yeah. Honestly, I want to do the eat it or wear it challenge, but I'm not really sure how that will go because I literally am willing to eat almost anything. Like, I ate bamboo shoots, I ate, for the, what was it, canned food challenge where we had to eat like a bite out of a mystery can. I ate baby food, it was nasty, don't do that. Um, what else was there? There was a little like sausages in a can that was really disgusting, but I ate it. Um, but yeah, I want to do it, especially because one of my friends is really picky about food, so that'd be funny. I don't know. I've been wanting to make more videos lately, but I don't know what to make them on, so I'm kind of like puzzled. Yes. Lately, so the other day, I was at I was at home, and I get this call from my grandma, and she's like, "Ashley, I need you to come over because I need help with my iPad." And I'm like, "Oh, grandma, what am I going to help you with this time?" Because I'm constantly going back and forth to help her with like little problems that only need to be done with like a touch of a button, like literally. And I was like, "Okay, I'm coming over." And I call myself Grandma's Geek Support because I'm constantly like helping her with like anything technical. Like, she has a cell phone she's trying to use, so I'm trying to teach her how to use it. I'm trying to teach her how to use a computer, how to use her iPad. It's hell. Like, honestly, like, it's funny at times because watching her little hands shake as she tries to push like a button, it's funny. And sometimes she'll get really mad and just kind of like hit it really hard when you just have to hit it lightly. And so she's all like, "Oh, Facebook is sending me these advertisements, and I don't want advertisements. I'm going to get rid of them. I'm like, Grandma, you can't get rid of advertisements because that's how they make money. So obviously, no. Then she locked herself out of Facebook, and I'm like, oh, Grandma. Oh, no. And so I was trying to, like, help her over the phone on how to fix it so I wouldn't have to go drive to her house. And so instead of putting her username in, she was putting her phone number in. I was like, Grandma, you can't do that. You have to actually put in your username. And we have a book that's thick with all her passwords in it, and I've labeled them, I've color coordinated them, I put them in alphabetical order, and she still couldn't find it. And I was like, okay. She was so frustrated. She was thinking about going to an Apple store and being like, fix my Facebook for me. And I could only imagine my grandma going into Apple and like all these like hipster people looking at her like, who invited you? Like, but hey, at least she's trying. I mean, a lot of people, like my grandma was so willing, like, she was like, I don't want to use an iPad, I don't want to use a computer ever. And hey, she's using all three of the things she didn't want to use, so that's pretty good. I'm so excited. I'm going to be graduating in 2 months, and I am beyond the word, like, done with high school. Like, and the fact that, like, everyone's like, well, aren't you going to be starting college in September? I'm like, yeah, but I need a break, like, honestly, from, like, doing things. I need a summer break to kind of, like, just relieve some of the stress I've been having to go through, because it's like college applications, your schoolwork, tests, FAFSA, financial aid, like, my head is spinning. And senioritis, like, after spring break, senioritis got so bad for me. Like, it's been bad all year long. Like, I've had senioritis since freshman year, which is really bad, but like, now I'm just, like, so done. Like, I don't want to do my work. I'm procrastinating to the point where, like, I'm staying up till, like, 2 in the morning at times to do homework. And it's just awful. Like, I'm only taking 4 classes. Like, majority people are taking 8, but I'm only taking 4. And I only go to 2 a day, because we have an A and B schedule. So one day I have 4 classes, and the next day I'd have another 4 classes, but I only have 2 each day. And I'm taking leadership, which is a class I had to be elected in by my peers. I was in 8th grade, I was elected to be a freshman representative in our student government, and then sophomore year I did it, and now senior year, I didn't do it last year, but this year I'm doing it again. And then after that I take math. It's a college math course. It's contemporary math. It's like a math beyond algebra 2, but lower than pre-calculus. And it's like just the math I need, because like it's not hard math, it's not algebraic. On other days I take Spanish 2. I took Spanish 2 my sophomore year, but I got a D in it because I was gone 2 weeks for my appendix that burst, and when I came back it was literally like the week of finals, and so my grades dropped dramatically. And so I'm taking Spanish 2 again, but with an easier teacher, in hopes of getting a better grade. Like, it's so much easier. Like, in sophomore year, my teacher was like, you're going to have homework every day, and when you don't have homework, you're going to be studying for a test. And she was so strict. And this teacher's more like, turn it in when you want, and never has homework. But we do a lot of verbals and presentations, and she's very like unorganized, so she loses a lot of my work, which makes me very upset. I've had to redo so many assignments. It's awful. And then after that, I take college writing, where we write research papers, and then it's college credit, so then I won't have to take that course in college. And yeah, we spend like a whole semester writing one research paper. You can't hear me? Wow, this is just depressing, isn't it? Well, I'm gonna go to bed. Or not go to bed, but I'm just gonna get off of this because I don't think anyone's watching and the sound isn't working. So, good night, everybody.